Hi everyone, my name is Nicola Messina and I'm president of Premier Visa and Immigration Services. I'm also a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Diana Messina, Director of Client Services. Our firm is licensed and bonded recruitment and employment agency. We are also immigration specialists in a field of work permit, LMIA, PR, and business immigration streams.
In the following video, we will explain you about work permit application and we will guide you through our checklist step by step.
As mentioned, today we will go through work permit outside Canada checklist. Once you retain Premier Visa and Immigration Services, we will send you this checklist along with a questionnaire that you need to fill in. In a questionnaire, you will see a lot of information such as family information, travel history, and so on that you will need to read carefully and answer truthfully and to the best of your knowledge. Please pay attention on the background information question, such as have you ever been refused visa for Canada, such as visitor, work, study, or any other permit, or any other country that you ever applied for. Very important. If IRCC, which stands for Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, finds out about the previous refusal and you don't disclose the refusal, you might get a ban. You will get a 5 years ban and you will more likely never be able to come to Canada ever again. Item number 2, employment records. Very, very, very important. We will need job reference letters from your present and previous employers mentioning job title, wages, duration, hours of work, and job duties. This letter needs to be in English or French, or it needs to be translated using certified translator. Later on, we will explain you what a certified translator is. You can also send us employment contracts, pay stubs, and any other certifications, professional training completion, anything else that you wish to add along with the job reference letters. We can also use professional photos in your workplace. So if you click on a link under employment records, link will guide you to our website where we further explain regarding proof of employment for Canadian immigration purposes, or we further explain how employment confirmation letter or employment records should look like. Proof of employment, job reference letters. Please read carefully from our website and please provide employment confirmation letters on a company's letterhead containing your full name, last name, as per passport, correct job title, correct dates of employment, a detailed list of duties and responsibilities as well. Again, if you're not sure about the any of these items, any of these requirements, please let us know. You need to list number of working hours per week. Is it a 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 or more? And then of course income, either annual salary or hourly rate of pay, along with any bonuses or benefits. Volunteering will not be counted as an experience. Unpaid employment will not be considered as an employment. Further, companies information needs to be clearly visible and stated. Information such as telephone number, email addresses, website addresses, and a signature by an authorized representative or officer, supervisor, manager, HR manager, or similar. On the same page, you can see what kind of documents you can use to prove self-employment. If you have been running your own company, you can use some other documents such as a certificate of registration of a company. Again, we need to see proof of income. Again, some other licenses, awards, anything that you can provide to prove self-employment. Everything else is listed here. Further, on our website, we provided sample employment confirmation letter for a cook position. Again, I'm repeating, this is only a draft employment confirmation letter that you or your immediate supervisor, manager, HR manager can use to confirm your employment. If you need employment confirmation letter for any other position, please let us know, and then we can suggest the best draft for that certain position. Number 3 on our checklist: education certificates, highest, and transcripts. So we need at least education certificate, your highest education certificate, and a transcript translated on English or French. If you would like to provide more certificates, you're more than welcome. For example, if you have a master's degree, we can send your master's degree and a bachelor degree diploma, or we can just send a master degree along with the transcripts. We will also need your resume. Please pay attention on dates. All dates need to match. The dates from your resume, employment confirmation letters, and your questionnaire as well. We will certainly need a copy of your passport page containing your picture, your name, your last name, date of birth. So there will be a front page, and also all pages containing any exit or entry stamps, visas, or any other permits for Canada or any other country in the world. Further on our checklist, valid status proof in the current country of residency, if not the same as the current country of citizenship. So for example, if you're a national of Philippines working in the States, we will need a copy of your work permit and entry visa as well. If you're a citizen of Philippines working in Philippines, you don't need anything. You can disregard this requirement. Labor Market Impact Assessment, or LMIA, or LMI exempt job offer. If you received employment offer through one of our clients, we will provide you with approved LMI once we have the document available and ready. If you have your own employer, we will need a copy of approved LMI once you receive it. Next requirement, employment contract. Same like with the LMIA, if you received employment offer through any of our employers' clients, we will have this document saved. You will also receive employment contract more likely via DocuSign, and you can save it for your reference. Next on our checklist is a digital photo. You can take a clear headshot with your smartphone. Please have a white background, no hats, no glasses, nothing covering your face, and no visible smiling. You can further see example of a good photo by clicking on the link below. And the example is right here. So good example and a bad example of a picture that we need for a work permit application. Recent bank statement and any other financial proof. Now, you will not see this requirement on official IRCC work permit checklist. However, this requirement is very important because immigration officer can refuse your application if he or she is not satisfied that you will be economically established in Canada. He or she will determine if you have enough funds to pay for your flight, if you need to pay for a flight, if that's not covered by our contract, and then if you have enough funds to support yourself during first couple of weeks or couple of months in Canada. So for that purpose, we use foreign, more likely foreign. You can use also Canadian bank account. We can also use a letter of support from your employer, or a letter of support from your cousins, friends, family members, anyone who will guarantee that they will provide you with a shelter, accommodation, room and board, or any funds during your first couple of weeks or first couple of months in Canada. Police clearance or police clearances. You will need police clearance from your current country of residency and from any country where you resided for 6 months or longer in the past 10 years. If you click on a link provided on our checklist, you will see further instructions on how to obtain a police certificate. Please click on this link and please familiarize yourself regarding a precise name of the document that you need. For example, if you need a police clearance from Australia, you'll be able to see exact name of the document necessary. In addition, you'll be able to see special consideration. If you spend 6 months or more in the following states or territories, such as Queensland or Victoria, you will need to submit a traffic history. For example, if you spend 6 months or more in the States, you will not need a state police clearance. You will need FBI clearance. So United States is right here. The name of the document will be listed right here, and then how to apply instructions will be listed right here. For some countries, we don't need a police clearance until requested by immigration. For example, citizens of Mexico or Hong Kong don't need a police clearance unless they are requested by IRCC. Next, English language test or IELTS. Now, we have been receiving a lot of questions about the English language test. Is it mandatory? I don't see IELTS on a work permit checklist, and so on and so on. That is true. There is no IELTS as a mandatory requirement on the work permit checklist provided by IRCC. That is not mandatory. What is mandatory is to prove that you speak good English. And the IELTS is the easiest or the best proof. Immigration officer has a right to refuse any application if he or she is not satisfied that a temporary foreign worker speaks good English. We had a case that happened a couple of years back where a foreign national with more than 10 years of international work experience, especially working on cruise ships, and we can assume that he used the English language as a language number one. His work permit was refused because the immigration officer wasn't satisfied that he speaks good English. Now, we can approve a work permit application without IELTS, but again, we need to show some sort of evidences that a foreign national speaks good English. My suggestion is to pass English language test IELTS in advance, because you can use that test for permanent residency application as well. You will have 2 years to use the test, 2 years to apply for permanent residency. In other words, you can use English language test for a work permit and a PR application as well. And the last requirement on our work permit checklist is medical exam. You can either do upfront medical, or you can do a medical once IRCC requests that exam. Our suggestion is to do upfront medical exam because you will save yourself some time. Whether you need a medical exam or not, you can find that by clicking on the link we provided on our checklist. By clicking on a link on our website, you will see further instructions regarding a medical exam. You will need a medical exam if you want to come to Canada for 6 months or more and have lived or traveled for 6 months in certain countries. Again, this doesn't depend on your country of nationality or citizenship. This depends on your country of residency. So if you are a national of India living in the States, in the past 6 months, you don't need a medical. But if you are Indian national living in India, you will need a medical. In addition, and on the following page, you will see list of all panel physicians that are authorized by IRCC. So you cannot do a medical exam in any medical institution. You need to find a authorized panel physicians, find your country, and then locate the one that is closest to you. If you are doing upfront medical exam, you will just need your passport, and you will ask your doctor to do upfront medical exam. He or she will more likely know what to do. If you are doing a medical exam after IRCC requests that, you will need a medical exam request letter and your passport as well. Doctor will then automatically upload your results into GCMS notes, or they will automatically notify immigration about it. We will just need a copy of your exam. It will have an e-medical title. It will contain your name, your last name, date of birth, and then it will have a picture at the front of the page. And that is the end of our checklist. On page number 2, you will be able to see some further information, such as that your work permit will be issued until the expiry date of your passport. So if you have a passport valid for 3 months, please extend your passport, because you will not receive 2 years work permit. You will receive 3 months work permit only in that case, and then you'll have to extend your work permit once you come to Canada. On the second page, we also list documents necessary for spouses if they are applying for open work permit application, for example, or application for dependent for a study permit or a visitor visa. Further, we are explaining what documents are necessary for common law partners. To prove a common law, you will need to you will have to live together for 1 year at least, and provide some further documents listed below. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. My name is Nicola Messina. I'm licensed immigration consultant. Have a nice day.
Thank you everyone for listening. We hope you found this information helpful. If you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to contact us.